Well, okay then. Thought I would update you guys on my progress with moving out of my storage unit here. I'm at this ice storage place over here in Lacey Springs, and I've been renting a storage unit here since I moved to Huntsville, which was almost 3 years ago, and there's the storage unit there. And thankfully, it is almost completely emptied. I just mainly had besides the car in there, the olds, mainly just had a bunch of my old car parts and some outdoor things, just junk, you know, stuff that for the amount that they charge you for one of these. I think that's a 10 by 30 drive-through. It's got a door on the other end down there too. For the amount that they charge for this thing, it's ridiculous to keep stuff like this in, that's for sure. So I wanted to make a few observations while I was here. Number one, like I just said, I would never ever rent a storage unit unless you're just desperate. I mean, I may rent one for, you know, like I said, I've had this one 3 years, and that's how stupid that's been. But this thing's what, $130 a month? I think they went up. That's part of it. I'm getting out now too, but you know, $104 a month, you can buy a car for that, you know, a used car. That's a used car payment. And yet people just pay on and on and on and keep their stuff. You know, you could go buy one of those little storage things for your backyard, and you would have had the storage thing for your backyard paid for long ago instead of paying this thing on and on. But these things looks to me like they're mostly rented, so hey, maybe I need to go in business and build a storage unit. There must be some money to be made in it. If you think about it, every one of these is rent for $136 a month. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. There's 19 or 20 on this thing, and they're all renting for that. You can do the math and tell how much money just this one side's making them. So I'm done with that. I've rented this U-Haul. This is a 5x8 trailer, and I rented it, and I've been making trips back and forth with it. I've got my engine hoist in there now. That's what I have to use to. I've got this engine in here. This is a spare 318 engine and transmission that I saved out of that brown Duster I scrapped several years ago. The engine's good and the transmission's good, but I don't have anything to put a 318 in right now, so I've just been hanging on to the engine. And anyway, so that's that. So I got to move that thing and get it put in this trailer out here, which is just a real pain in the butt. I may actually end up, this thing's facing uphill, I may have to end up putting it downhill. I think I am actually. So I can get some more leverage to not have to go up, push that hoist uphill. The alternative is back the trailer over the hoist, you know, back it down to it. But it's a chore. I got to do it because I got to get this trailer back today at 12. So anyway, that's all that's left in here. The other observation that I want to make is, and a couple of them, is to do with this good Toyota truck over here. Number two observation is I would never put a lid like that on a truck, because that, to me, that's a stupid idea. Because it's okay if you're just going to carry some things like you would carry in a car or SUV, you know, that you want covered up, small stuff, but it cuts off half the limit of your cargo carrying capability, because you can't, you know, that thing has to come down, and you can take it off, but it's a chore because it's got weather strip on it. I used to put those things on trucks. I had a job doing that, and it's not intended to come back off very often. So it's a nice lid, but I would never have one of those because you can't, it's hard to see over it when you're backing the trailer up. You know, normally you can put the tailgate down and see where your trailer is when you're backing up. That thing you can't. That thing is, there's no way in hell I'd put another lid on the truck I had. And third thing, observation I guess I have, is that, you know, that's a great truck. It's a Toyota, and there just aren't many bad Toyota vehicles. But pulling this trailer with it loaded and the lid and that kind of stuff, and cargo capability, and it's just made me reinforce what I've already believe about small and mid-sized trucks, and that is, why the hell would you buy one? You know, why do you buy a small truck that can't hardly tow anything, or why would you buy a mid-sized truck that can tow a little bit more? This thing labors even with this trailer on it. I can imagine I may or may not have to pull a car and a tow dolly here coming up pretty soon. I can imagine how bad that'll be. I was just working hard to get up a hill with this thing, you know, pulling that thing, and U-Haul trailers are notoriously heavy for what they are. They have to be, or people would beat the shit out of them. But anyway, no, I wouldn't buy another, you know, buying a mid-size or a compact truck, you know. For one, if you're going to buy a small truck that can't hardly tow or carry anything, why are you buying a truck? Why don't you just buy a car and a trailer like that? You'd have the same thing. You know, you can sure only one vehicle. And then number two, the mid-size, you know, that truck won't ever do what a full-size truck can do. It's rated to tow 5,000 pounds, and that's a laugh. I don't think it'd ever do it. It's too underpowered. It's stable. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel like it's having trouble holding this load, but it's just not up to it. And I can tell you that already, and I've not even worked it too hard. So do yourself a favor. I know everybody's infatuated with the newest, greatest thing, but you know, I've had all kinds of trucks, and if you're gonna buy a truck and you're gonna use it, don't waste your time on a mid-sized truck. It is never gonna be capable. Never. You want a good full-size truck, buy one like those Ford diesels or a Chevy diesel or something like that. That's a truck can do it all. So, all right, guys, I gotta quit yakking, get in here and get this thing moved out of here. That's not one of my favorite things to do, but I'll probably turn the camera on and let you watch me struggle with this here in a little while. See ya.